Hello, my name is Aleksandra Zuraw, and as a board-certified veterinary pathologist who specializes in digital pathology, I have seen firsthand how AI is transforming my field. Like many of you, I started out in a more traditional veterinary role, working as a mixed animal clinician after graduating from the Wrocław University of Life Sciences in Poland, but an unexpected opportunity right after my residency and PhD program at the Free University of Berlin sparked my fascination with AI. I was introduced to the immense potential of AI while working at a digital pathology startup, where we used image analysis to support pharmaceutical research. The AI-based deep learning approaches completely outperformed classical image analysis methods. I realized these technologies would disrupt pathology, much like what I saw happening with radiology. Since then, I've dedicated myself to deeply understanding AI and its veterinary applications through research, publishing, and presenting at conferences. But my goal here is not just to explore the technology. It's to give you the practical knowledge you need to harness AI power responsibly in your own practice. My goal today is to provide trusted guidance on implementing these emerging tools. AI won't replace us, but rather empower us to improve animal care. I'm excited to share this knowledge with you and help prepare veterinarians everywhere to use AI to its fullest potential. So let's get started.
Hello, fellow veterinary professionals. I'm Dr. Shannon Gregoire, and today I'm thrilled to introduce you to a revolutionary solution in patient monitoring, VetGuardian. Experience peace of mind with zero-touch remote monitoring. From intake to discharge, VetGuardian ensures your patients are always safe and supervised. No wires, no stress, just continuous, stress-free monitoring. Zero-touch vital signs monitoring. Accurate, non-invasive, from up to 5 feet away. Monitor your patients remotely with the VetGuardian app, providing real-time insights and a live video feed. VetGuardian not only gives you continuous vital signs, but also sends instant alarm notifications, offers a live video feed, and keeps detailed patient history and notes. Plus, generate automatic patient reports effortlessly. Enjoy peace of mind with VetGuardian.
The format of today's class is going to be a question and answer format. The questions I'm going to be answering for you are the questions I get most often when veterinarians are confronted with AI for the first time. So the first question is, how can AI help in diagnosing animal health issues? You may wonder how AI can be leveraged to assist in diagnosing illnesses and conditions in animals, potentially making the process more efficient and accurate. AI is rapidly changing many fields, and veterinary medicine is no exception. AI has the potential to greatly assist veterinarians in diagnosing and treating animal health conditions. Before we dive into specific diagnostic use cases, let me clarify what we will mean by AI in this course, as this is a relatively broad computer science term. So for the purpose of this course, I will be referring to AI as the computer algorithms, also known as models, that are based on a technology called deep learning. This technology allows a model to be trained on examples, in contrast to explicitly give the algorithm parameters for analysis. We don't need to define the parameters anymore, we can just give examples, and a lot of them. And the AI system will learn based on them and predict results on new unseen examples. This technology can be used for analyzing images. That's image analysis, but also for analyzing text. This is called natural language processing. And you have for sure heard about the most famous representative of this branch of AI, ChatGPT. So now let's talk about some of the key ways AI can aid in veterinary diagnostics. As I mentioned at the beginning, AI can analyze medical images and detect abnormalities. As a pathologist, I worked on medical image analysis of pathology images, but the applications in radiology are even more widespread. Both in radiology, pathology, and any other medical imaging disciplines, both on microscopic and macroscopic level, AI programs can be trained on thousands or even millions of normal and abnormal images. It can be X-rays, CT scans, ultrasound videos, scanned pathology slides, so-called whole slide images, in vivo tissue images, and practically any other medical image. Microscopic images being my favorite, of course. The AI can then quickly scan new images for potential issues and bring suspicious areas to the attention of the veterinarian. This allows vets to diagnose issues sooner and with higher accuracy. AI can flag areas of concern on medical images. For example, identify tumors on radiology images or even suggest diagnosis on pathology slides, like in the case of canine skin tumors. It can count specific cells relevant for the diagnosis, such as mitotic cells within tumors. In other words, AI trained on huge databases can become expert at identifying abnormalities. Text-based AI assistants can take patient history and synthesize findings. Chatbots and other AI tools can interact with pet owners to collect information about the animal's symptoms and history. This can be done through conversational interfaces online or in the vet's office. It can be done based on the transcript of a recorded conversation, which, by the way, is also powered by AI. The AI can transcribe it. The AI can take this information and combine it with exam findings to highlight potential diagnoses for the veterinarian to consider. AI can process the test results and lab reports, blood tests, cultures, pathology reports, and other diagnostic containing complex information. AI programs can rapidly analyze these results and identify any abnormal findings for the vet. This allows earlier intervention and treatment. In summary, AI has great potential to enhance veterinary diagnostics by analyzing medical images, summing up patient information, and processing test results. AI tools can aid vets in faster, more accurate diagnosis of animal health issues. This allows earlier treatment and improved outcomes. It sounds like a miracle tool, and I sometimes think it is, but I want to point out here that while the technology is extremely powerful, in order to use it in veterinary medicine, it needs to be trained on veterinary-specific data. The tools available to the public, such as ChatGPT by OpenAI or Claude by Anthropic, can be very helpful, but because of no specific training in the veterinary domain, they may be misleading. So whenever you are presented with an AI tool for your practice, make sure it is designed specifically for the use case in veterinary medicine. And that brings me to the next question. What ethical and privacy concerns do we need to think about when using AI in veterinary medicine? Concerns about the ethical use of AI, data privacy, and patient confidentiality are important, especially when dealing with sensitive animal health information. While AI promises to improve veterinary diagnostics and care, we must also consider the ethical implications of these emerging technologies. We have an obligation to use AI responsibly and transparently for our patients. But what does that mean to use AI responsibly? Should we not use everything responsibly? Of course we should, be it a hammer or AI. The difference is that we are pretty familiar with the dangers of using hammers inappropriately, and maybe slightly less familiar when it comes to AI. So one major concern is privacy and confidentiality of animal health data. AI systems rely on large data sets to learn and improve. This data may include medical histories, test results, images, and other sensitive information. We must be careful to anonymize this data and obtain client consent to use it for AI development. Even though it is not regulated by federal law, the agencies such as FDA, together with AVMA, have created guidelines for informed consent for companion animal studies, and this is an excellent place to start. In case consent cannot be obtained, or if there is no sufficient data available for analysis, there is a solution. It is also powered by AI and it's called synthetic data. Synthetic basically means fake data. For example, fake laboratory values from fake patients. But although the data itself is generated by AI, it is very useful for training and testing new AI systems. But although the data itself is generated by AI, it is very useful for training and testing new AI systems. This, however, brings me to another concern about AI bias, which logically would be perpetuated in the synthetic data, as it was created by the same biased AI. Like humans, AI systems can perpetuate and even amplify existing biases if the underlying data reflects them. For example, if a system is trained just on data from a specific population, it will operate and extrapolate this knowledge to another population. And because of that, it can make the wrong predictions. To mitigate that, we must ensure diverse, high-quality training data so that AI performs equally well across all patient populations. Finally, AI must meet high standards for accuracy and reliability before being deployed in real world, especially in veterinary contexts. This technology should be thoroughly tested and validated to avoid misdiagnosis or other errors that could harm patients. The topic of reliability of AI-powered tools and adequate validation is really important to me because in the world of medical image analysis, I have seen several examples of analysis being done on totally inaccurate data. So by considering ethics and building AI expertise, we are equipped to have critical discussions with AI system vendors. We are also prepared to build the necessary trust with pet owners and assure them that we can implement AI in the way that lives up to veterinary medicine's high standards. They have the same concerns that we have, and being prepared to address these concerns is our responsibility. New technology often outpaces regulation, so at the moment we cannot really rely on any clear rules. It's up to us to understand the technology and leverage it in the best way. When we take care of that, AI can become an invaluable tool for advancing veterinary care. Question number 3 is, how can AI improve veterinary research and drug development? When it comes to advancing veterinary medicine, obviously research is key. And this topic is especially dear to my heart because I'm a toxicologic pathologist and I evaluate studies that support drug development on a daily basis. And let me tell you, AI assistance will add tremendous value in this area. Studies and clinical trials take tons of time and money. This is where AI has huge potential to move things along more quickly. For starters, AI can analyze massive amount of research data faster than we ever could. We're talking getting through mountains of publications, health records, preclinical study results, clinical trial results, you name it. The AI can find patterns and insights we'd probably miss, helping researchers generate hypotheses and determine which studies to pursue next. AI can also be a research assistant out in the lab. It can track experiments, adjust variables, and even suggest new compounds to test based on the data it's crunched. which actually is already being done on a regular basis. This automation frees up the researchers to focus on big picture strategy instead of routine tests. When it comes to drug discovery, AI is a game changer. It can accurately predict how different drug compounds might interact with animal cells or bacteria based on their chemical structure alone. This allows more targeted development of new veterinary and human drugs. AI can also speed up clinical trials by identifying eligible patients, tracking their progress, and ensuring the whole process follows protocol. That helps promising new treatments get to the market faster, where they can start benefiting our patients. So while AI won't flat out replace scientists, it makes the whole R&D process vastly more efficient. By maximizing researchers' time and uncovering insights they'd never find alone, AI can accelerate all the innovation needed to improve animal health and welfare. I am really excited about this potential. Question 4 is, what training is required to use AI in veterinary practice? Understanding the education necessary to use AI is crucial. Training is such an important thing to think about when we bring AI into veterinary medicine. It's not like you can just plug in an algorithm and expect it to solve everything. Don't get me wrong, these AI systems are really powerful and I'm a big proponent of them. But to really get the most out of them takes work and understanding. Especially now, we are still in the early implementation days. First, veterinarians will need solid computer skills. Knowing your way around software is crucial. Digital literacy is key. But this skill is not veterinary medicine specific. This is basically the world we live in. Some technical training is required too, even just understanding the basics of what the AI is doing under the hood. That's so helpful to spot any problems. Ideally, someone on staff would have specialized AI knowledge. That would be amazing. Specific training for each AI tool is a must, and it should include a risk analysis. What happens when the tool fails? Where can it potentially fail? What would be the consequences and how can you mitigate the risks? The AI companies have to provide instructions so veterinarians can properly use the systems. What will happen is that these tools will be heavily marketed to us very soon. And it's up to us to tell the difference between reality and the beautiful marketing claims of what those tools can do. That requires knowing the exact use cases the tools were designed for and the basic principles of the underlying AI technology. And we'll need an open mindset about continuing education as this tech evolves rapidly. What's cutting edge today will probably be obsolete in 5 years if we're lucky, and if not, maybe even next year. So staying current ensures we can leverage the advances. The days of just relying on our traditional knowledge are fading. But if we supplement the wisdom with targeted AI training, we can confidently enter this exciting new era for veterinary medicine. But if we supplement that wisdom with targeted AI training, we can confidently enter the exciting new era for veterinary medicine. It will take a team effort though. Vets, technicians, developers, and vendors, all with the animal's best interest at heart. The last question is, will AI replace veterinary jobs or enhance them? You might be concerned about the impact of AI on your careers. You may wonder if AI will replace some tasks or if it will complement and enhance your abilities in animal care. So if AI is so much better than us in so many aspects of science and veterinary medicine, will it replace us? Now, I know some of you may be worried. It's a common concern when new tech comes along. But here's the thing. I really believe AI is going to enhance veterinary medicine and not replace us. The goal is to empower us with smarter tools. Sure, AI will take over certain routine tasks like analyzing lab samples, counting cells, prioritizing cases, and quality control of pathology slides. But it frees us up for the critical stuff only we can do. The hands-on exams, complex diagnosis, and compassionate care, with the emphasis on the care part. And AI is not perfect and it is pretty narrow. Its recommendations still require human oversight from professionals with veterinary expertise. Humans offer a holistic perspective no algorithm responsible for a single task can match. So rather than fearing AI will make vets obsolete, I see it making our jobs easier and more efficient. It gives us superpowers, and vets who embrace the technologies will be ahead of the curve. But we do need to ensure AI is designed ethically with animals' well-being in mind. The technology should support vets, not control them. In the end, medicine remains a human endeavor, and veterinary medicine especially so. AI is a tool for us to use, but our compassion and love for our patients, that's something no robot can ever replicate. In the end, medicine remains a human endeavor, and veterinary medicine especially so. AI is a tool for us to use, but our compassion and love for our patients, that's something no algorithm can ever replicate. And that's it for today. Want to keep up with everything vet med? Follow us at MyVetCandy, and thank you so much for watching.